Alright, so in this video we're going to be focusing on more examples, and usually this type of examples will have many different ways of being solved. So you're going to see angles on a straight line, alternate angles, different stuff inside these kinds of questions. Now, so just try to pay attention. The more you practice, the more you'll be able to identify all the patterns you need to recognize the right type of method to use in the right question. So let's get down to business. So for this question, we are asked to find A and B. So if you're asked to find A and B, one of the first things you need to notice inside the question is this right angle written right here. So that you will not forget, you can easily just put 90 degrees here. Right angle means 90 degrees. So that you will not forget that that angle is there. You can write it out yourself so you will not forget. Okay. So every single angle is given apart from A and B. So, and we can see that all the angles comes around, okay? First one here, second, third, fourth, fifth. So it's kind of like in a circle, which means ideally speaking, you should be able to use angles at a point, sum of angles at a point. But the problem why you can't use sum of angles at a point at the beginning is because there are two variables. If you remember from the angles at the point video, I mentioned you have to have just one variable. Two variables, you cannot use sum of angles at a point immediately. So let's see if there's any other way you can use, to begin solving the question. And it is obvious. You can see there is a straight line going through this way. And on that straight line, that is the top side of the straight line, you can see two angles, B and 70. So with that, we can use sum of angles on the straight line to solve the question and get B to begin with. So easily, let's get started. So we have B plus 70 equals what? 180 degrees. Why? Sum of angles on a straight line. Easy enough. Okay, let's continue. So B is going to be equal to what? 180 degrees minus 70 degrees. And that is equal to what? That is going to be equal to, so that is going to be equal to 110 degrees. So we have 110 degrees. So we have gotten the very first one. The very first one is what? Is 110 degrees. B equals to 110 degrees. No problem. Let's try to find A. If you want to get A, you can also still use sum of angles on a straight line. So you have 15 degrees plus A plus 90 degrees all equal to what? 180 degrees, because all these ones, these three angles, they are on the second side of this straight line. Understood? Great. But let's try to use sum of angles at a point, because now you have reduced the number of variables to just one. B is now equal to 110 degrees. So if we move around, okay, first one, second one, blah, 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 everything goes around in a circle, which means we can use sum of angles at a point. No problem. Let's try to sum everything together and use sum of angles at a point. So we have 110 degrees plus 70 degrees plus 90 degrees plus A plus 15 degrees. Everything equals to 360 degrees.